Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I apologize, I've been behind one video. I had a lot of stuff happening. Didn't get the video out for Saturday, but here we go. It's Wednesday and we're gonna get started here. We are continuing the general knowledge portion of the CDL testing. And we're going to talk about lane changes today. You need to check your mirrors to make sure no one is alongside you or about to pass you. Check your mirrors before you change your lanes to make sure there is enough room. After you have signaled to check that no one has moved into your blind spot, right after you start the lane change to double check that your path is clear after you complete the lane change. That's when all of those times is when you should be checking your mirrors. Turns. In turns, check your mirrors to make sure the rear of your vehicle will not hit anything. And we talked about tail swings as well previously, but your tractor trailer, you've got a long vehicle and your trailer is going to off track a lot. So make sure you know where the rear of your vehicle is. Any commercial vehicle is going to off track some, particularly tractor trailers. And the most is going to be possibly like your 53-foot trailer with the axles slid all the way back for your general semi-tractor trailers. Now, of course, you have other things that are involved with that, such as your wide load and oversized loads and all that stuff, and that's a whole new thing, whole different deal. But for your basic tractor trailer, your 53-foot trailer with the axles slid all the way back is going to be your widest turning radius. Merge. When merging, use your mirrors to make sure the gap in traffic is large enough for you to enter safely, and always check not only in your mirrors, all of your mirrors, but over the right front corner of your truck if you're making a right-hand lane change from left to right. It's particularly blind spots there, so obviously right immediately behind the driver's door on the or right around the driver's door on the right side is a blind spot, and right immediately over the hood to your right front is a blind spot. Make sure you're checking your blind spots, slow down, speed up a little bit to make sure that you can see all the traffic around you and make a informed decision on your lane change, a safe lane change. Tight maneuvers. Anytime you're driving in close quarters, check your mirrors often. Make sure you have enough clearance. Make sure you've always got enough clearance with your mirrors to do any kind of tight maneuvers. How to use mirrors. Use mirrors correctly by checking them quickly and understanding what you see. When you use your mirrors while driving on the road, check quickly. Look back and forth between the mirrors and the road ahead. Don't focus on the mirrors far too long. Otherwise, you will travel quite a distance without knowing what's happening ahead. And that's very true. Make sure you're checking your mirrors frequently and you know what's around your vehicle at all times, but don't focus too long on a mirror and travel too far ahead, and now you've lost sight of what's in front of you. So just keep that in mind. When you use your mirrors while driving on the road, check quickly. Look back and forth between the mirrors and the road ahead. Don't focus on the mirrors for too long, otherwise you will travel quite a distance without knowing what's happening ahead. Many large vehicles have curved, convex, fisheye, and spot bug eye mirrors that show a wider area than flat mirrors This is often helpful, but everything appears smaller in the convex mirror, and uh, it would if you were looking at it directly. Things also seem further away than they actually are. It's important to realize this and allow for it. Always know that you're not going to use a convex or a fisheye mirror to judge any kind of distances or figure out where an object is in that mirror. Those are only for a reference to know there is something there that you need to be aware of, and then you need to get that object either in your direct line of sight or in your flat mirror so that you can get a better judge of the distance before you make any maneuvers. That's just a reference to know there's something there. Field of vision using a convex mirror. Using a convex mirror, communicating, signal your intentions. Using the convex mirror, that's the figure there that you see using the convex mirror. Signal your intentions. Other drivers can't know what you are going to do until you tell them. Signaling what you intend to do is important for safety. Here are some general rules for signaling. Turns. There are 3 good rules for using turn signals. Signal early, signal well before you turn. It is best way to keep others from trying to pass you. Exactly, you want to signal early, signal plenty ahead of your maneuver to let other drivers know what you're going to be doing, but not too far that they think that you just forgot to shut the turn signal off. Signal continuously. You need both hands on the wheel to turn safely. Don't cancel the turn signal until you have completed the turn. Most vehicles obviously have automatic canceling on your turn signals, but some of the older trucks do not have automatic cancel and you have to manually cancel them. But that's going to be like really old trucks. But some of those are coming back these days, so you might possibly be in one of them. So just make sure you don't try to cancel while you're turning. Make sure you've completed your turn and get straightened out and then cancel your turn signal. Do not forget to turn off your turn signal after you make your maneuver if you do not have automatic canceling turn signals. Make sure you get straightened out and going again and then cancel it. Don't forget to cancel it. Don't cancel it too early. Lane changes. Put your turn signal on before you change lanes. Slowly and smoothly begin to change the lane so that the other drivers are aware of what you're doing, and as you slowly move over, they notice that you're moving over and may notice a turn signal they maybe didn't notice before, and that you're constantly checking your mirror while you're doing that, and you might see something in the mirror that you need to stop, and many people like to try to blow past the truck even though you're trying to change lanes, and most people are courteous and they'll back off and let you move over, but some people are not, so you got to be aware of those that are not courteous. Right turns. Most car drivers don't know how slowly you have to go to make a tight turn, so be aware of where the cars are when you're trying to make a tight turn. Give drivers behind you warning by backing early and slowing braking early and slowing gradually, stopping on the road, trucks and buses. Drivers sometimes stop in the roadway to unload cargo or passengers, or to stop at a railroad crossing when following drivers by flashing your brake lights. Don't stop suddenly. Driving slowly, drivers often do not realize how fast they are catching up to you. Slow, a slow vehicle until they're very close. And that's very true. You know, if you're slowing down for a railroad track, if you have to stop at a railroad track, if you have to make a stop for a delivery in the middle of the road, there's no other place to stop. Always make sure you're checking your mirrors, checking your mirrors, checking your mirrors. Make sure you don't have someone coming up on you too fast. Get your brakes set and so on before you get out. Check your mirrors before you open your door and get out. Make a visual look back to make sure somebody's not trying to fly around you or something, and you step out and get ran over. Just obviously, these are common sense things, but some people need to be told these things. Just watch what you're doing at all times. Always be aware of your surroundings at all times. That's one of the best practices you can do, is to just be cognizant of your surroundings all around you at all times, whether you're in a vehicle, in your personal vehicle, in a commercial vehicle, getting out of your commercial vehicle on a busy roadway, walking through a parking lot, whatever the case may be, even just your personal safety in shopping or in large crowds or whatever. Just always be cognizant of everything going on around you at all times, and that prevents many, many, many problems. So moving on. Lights. Making sure your lights, you're communicating with your headlights on bright when there's no traffic, when you have traffic coming towards you, when that traffic gets within a 3/4 of a mile from you, you need to dim your lights. Sometimes further away than that, depending on how bright your lights are. And just make sure you're dimming your lights so you're not blinding another driver. If another driver's approaching you and they have their bright lights on and it's blinding you, the natural instinct and the thing that we want to do, okay, fine, they're blinding us, we're going to blind them back. No, that is not good. Now you're both blind and you can't see each other, and you're going to cause an accident. Do not flash you can just bump your lights just very briefly just to remind them, but don't just slam on your brights back at them. If they do not dim their lights, then you need to look at the white line on the right hand side of the road. Keep your eyes on that white line in reference to the corner of your vehicle so that you can keep your vehicle inside of that white line and keep focus on that until the vehicle that's blinding you has passed. Once they've passed, then you can get back into focus on your road the way you need to. So that's how you deal with brights coming towards you that are not dimming, and that's how you deal with your own bright lights, making sure that you're being courteous to other drivers. Some of the newer vehicles, quite a few of them, have automatic dimming lights now. Those are awesome. They're great. I love them. But you also have to be cognitive of, if you're changing vehicles, if you're getting from one commercial vehicle to another, or even your personal vehicle from one vehicle to another, make sure that if you've been driving one that has automatic dimming lights, that the one you get in, if it does or does not, if it does not have automatic dimming lights, it's easy when you get used to the automatic dimmers to forget to dim them when you're in a manual dimming situation. So just know your vehicle, and whether you switch vehicle or switch back and forth, do your full pre-trip inspection and know your vehicle and know where all your switches and controls are for that vehicle and how they work. And you'll prevent many problems that way. So if you happen to get on in a vehicle and get going and stuff and think you know stuff or whatever, and then realize you don't know where some of the controls are that are vital, find a safe place, pull the vehicle over, stop, relearn your controls, figure out where it is, whatever the thing is that you're needing that you have not got, the control that you're needing, find out where it is and get it figured out before you proceed forward. Anyways, so that will conclude today's segment. So the next session we will begin to talk about curves and controlling your vehicle in curves. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for watching. Bye now.